stuff. So listen, let me break it down for you. Before I read your comments, let me explain my thought process to why I said that. Rodri won the Ballon d'Or last season over Vinicius Jr., who put up an insane amount of stats. But Rodri won it because he was the most impactful player, is kind of how they seen it, right? As just a super impactful player in Spain's team and in Man City's team, right? Well, if you look at that Euro, which doesn't count for this Ballon d'Or, what is the one thing that's the same as Rodri? Lamine Yamal. And that team was a team, Spain, that a lot of people didn't see or call out to be favorites for anything. Going into that Euro, it was France, Portugal, England. Spain was not one of the first contenders they put up to win the Euro. They performed. Lamine Yamal was on that team. He performed crazy. This Barcelona team before the season started, what changed this year? Because the same players. Flick came in, got the best out of Rafinha, got better out of Lewandowski. But once again, Lamine Yamal is there. Now, not much changed from one season except for a manager and Lamine Yamal, right? Lamine Yamal really starting every single game. So when you look at this and you see what Barcelona achieved after a very long time of not being in the semifinals in the Champions League, they got there with the help of Lamine Yamal. When you look at the way they won La Liga, when you look at the way they dominated the El Clásicos, when you look at how they were pretty much in every competition, I see Lamine Yamal being impactful in all of those games. And for me, that's why I shouted Lamine Yamal. With that being said, Mbappe's most likely going to win the Golden Boot, which means he put up better stats. But Real Madrid didn't do anything, and that team didn't perform well. Dembele is putting up stats, and PSG is performing. So for me, if PSG wins the Champions League, it should go to Dembele. Dembele does not win the Champions League, then I think it comes back to Lamine Yamal. But there is the Club World Cup. If Dembele performs in the Club World Cup and wins the Club World Cup, now there's a conversation for Dembele to win it again. We, as viewers of football, we got very accustomed to stats. But stats were because it's the only thing we had to separate Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Stats and trophies. We knew that they were the best players on the field by a mile compared to anybody else. So the only way we could separate Messi and Ronaldo was through trophies and through stats. Football is not like that no more. The top player is not that far away from other players. Lamine Yamal came into the scene on 1 year and was able to put himself up there with the Dembeles, the Mbappes, the Salahs, the best in the world. Rafinha had a crazy season, and a guy that a lot of Barca fans thought that maybe should leave ends up turning around and being a player that you can talk about with the Ballon d'Or. This would not happen if Messi and Ronaldo existed and were still playing at a high level in their prime. Those two guys, we had to separate with that. Football is not that no more, right? If you look at who the best player and most talented player in the world is right now, it's probably Mbappe, right? Mbappe is just